I, Dr. Sunil Gadwal, welcomes you all on the behalf of Government Engineering College Banswada. As in previous lectures, we have discussed about soda lime process, and today in this online video lecture class, we are going to discuss about what are the reactions taking part during the softening of water by lime soda process. So in this process, as earlier we had discussed, this is a very simple and classical method, and it is taking more time. After mixing all the chemicals, we have to stop the stirring, and all the precipitate salts will settle down. Then we can get the softened water. This is the improved method of this classical methods. Here we are getting continuously soft water in this method. As we have discussed, we are from this inlet passing raw water. From in this inlet we are passing chemicals like soda, lime and coagulants. All these two things are mixing and fading from this chamber, and here we are having a stirrer. So this will mix and come down from here and react in this outer chamber, and then the purified water will pass this wood fiber and come into this upper part of the tank, and from here continuously we will get soft water, and whatever this sludge or precipitate will form, that we will remove by opening this valve. And this is because this process is taking time, so by getting good quality of soft water, we need to reduce this time taking process. So in this hot soda lime process, we are passing superheated steam, which will accelerate the reaction rate, and the softening process will take less time, and also whatever we find precipitate forming during the purification, that we can easily remove by passing this softened water on. A classical sand filter tank is equipped inside with this tank. So in today's class we are going to discuss what type of reaction actually taking part when soda or lime or coagulant react with hard water. So first
What
we
are their
discuss
roles?
softening of water. What is the meaning of soft water? So we can define a process of removing all the hardness causing salts from hard water is known as softening of water. Softening of water can be achieved by two methods. One is external method, another is internal method. External method, in this method scale are forming and corrosion are removed. It includes three methods: lime soda process, zeolite process, ion exchange process. So in previous classes we had discussed about ion exchange process, which is one of the best process. From this process the purified water purity or hardness is 1 ppm, while in zeolite process the hardness is around 10 ppm, and in soda lime it is around 50 to 60 ppm. Another method is internal method. This type of method, treatment of water take place in the boiler by addition of certain chemicals. It include chalcone conditioning, colloidal conditioning, phosphate conditioning, carbonate conditioning, which we will discuss in future lectures. So today basically we are concentrating on lime soda process. As we had discussed in this lime soda process, that we are adding a calculated amount of lime and soda according to the hardness present in water. So before going to start this process, we have to analyze how much temporary hardness in water and how much is total hardness in water, and what are the salts responsible for temporary and permanent hardness causing. So according to their amount, we have to add lime and soda. Uh, so basically this lime and soda will react with hardness causing salts and convert them in insoluble precipitate by a chemical reaction. Along with this lime and soda, we are adding calculated amount of some coagulants like alum, potassium sulfate, aluminium sulfate, and 24H2O, aluminium sulfate, Al2SO4 thrice, and sodium aluminate, NaLO2. This coagulant will help to settle down this precipitate salts or whatever these sludges are forming during the purification reactions. So in this process, lime is used to removing the temporary causing hardness salts due to the presence of aluminium, calcium, iron, and magnesium. Lime also remove permanent hardness causing salts of magnesium and dissolved CO2, H2O, and free mineral acids which are present in hard water. So how it is reacting in the case of temporary hardness causing salts? We will take few reactions to understand the concept. Suppose the whatever hard water we are taking for purification is having calcium bicarbonate, magnesium bicarbonate, and aluminium bicarbonate causing temporary hardness salts. So these temporary hardness causing salts react with the lime and make insoluble. Suppose in case of calcium bicarbonate, it react with lime and make calcium carbonate as a insoluble material and water. So here we need 1 mole of lime for 1 mole of calcium bicarbonate. In case of magnesium bicarbonate, we need 2 mole of lime. Why so? Because first 1 mole react with 1 mole of magnesium bicarbonate and it will make magnesium carbonate, which is soluble in water, plus calcium carbonate, this is not soluble and will settle down as a precipitate. Now to this magnesium carbonate, this is a new temporary hardness causing salts, will react 1 more mole of lime and make magnesium hydroxide as a precipitate plus calcium carbonate plus 2H2O. Similarly, in the case of aluminium bicarbonate, it needs required 3 mole of calcium hydroxide or lime. It will make aluminium hydroxide as a precipitate, calcium carbonate, and 3 molecules of water. So I think this is clear from these reactions to understand what is happening actually in the purification process. So next is removal of permanent hardness of aluminium plus 3 Fe plus 2 and magnesium plus 2 ions. in hard water. So what is happening? Let's take some few examples. Suppose we are having aluminium sulfate, ferrous sulfate, magnesium chloride, yeah, magnesium sulfate based salt for permanent hardness responsible. So when we add lime, in case of aluminium sulfate, we required 3 mole of corresponding lime to react with aluminium sulfate, and it will make a new salts aluminium hydroxide as a PPT. In case of ferrous sulfate, this calcium sulfate lime will not remove because this is calcium permanent hardness causing salts. For removing this calcium sulfate, calcium chlorides, which are calcium generated permanent hardness causing salts. For removing this, we need a soda. So that we will discuss later on. So now we take next example. In case of ferrous sulfate, for 1 mole of ferrous sulfate we require 1 mole of calcium hydroxide or lime that will precipitate as a FeOH twice and a permanent causing calcium salt. Next example, magnesium chloride will also react in the similar manner with the lime and make magnesium hydroxide as an insoluble salt. Similarly, if magnesium sulfate is present in the hardened water, then it will also react with lime in equal mole and make magnesium hydroxide and calcium sulfate. Next, removal of H2S and CO2 gases which are present in water. So CO2 react with lime and make calcium carbonate plus H2O. H2S will react with the calcium hydroxide and make CaS plus 2H2O. These are again permanent causing hardness salts. These we can remove by reacting these salts with the soda. So how soda is reacting with this permanent causing hardness salts? Let's discuss removal of free minerals acids. So if in a water HCl or sulfuric acids present due to acid rain or industrial environment pollution, when the fumes of HCl generating industry or sulfuric acid making industry comes in contact with the evaporated water and reach in the environment, and during the precipitation in the form of rain, and they also will come down as HCl and H2SO4. So the possibility of mineral acid is also in hardness causing salt. So in that particular case, calcium hydroxide or lime react with these salts and make corresponding permanent hardness causing calcium chloride, calcium sulfates, which also react with the soda. So during the removal of dissolved salts of magnesium, Fe, aluminium, HCl, H2SO4, CO2 and H2SO by lime, permanent hardness causing salts of calcium are generated in this process, which are calcium sulfate, calcium chloride, calcium sulfides, removed by the addition of soda. So how soda is reacting with these permanent hardness causing salts? So let's take an example of calcium chloride. Calcium chloride react with the equal mole of soda and make calcium carbonate as an insoluble salt. As we know that NaCl is not responsible for hardness. Next, we take another example of calcium sulfate. Calcium sulfate will also react with soda and make calcium carbon plus sodium sulfate. This sodium sulfate is also not responsible for hardness. Similarly, if calcium sulfide is forming during the purification of or during the softening of water by using lime, that will react with soda and make calcium carbonate plus Na2. This is also not responsible for hardness, because as per the definition of hardness, hard water does not produce lather with soft solution, and we know that soaps are higher fatty acids of sodium or potassium salt. So in that particular case, the sodium will not break the softification product in soft sodium stearate, and will not interfere for making lather with soft solution. So in cold lime process, reaction taking place are quite slow, hence the precipitates developed in the form of magnesium plus 2 iron plus 2, aluminum plus 3, HCl, H2SO4, CO2 and H2S by lime permanent hardness causing salts of calcium are generated in this process, which are calcium carbonate and magnesium hydroxide, fine in size and have a tendency to form colloidal solution. To avoid this problem, a coagulant such as aluminum sulfate and sodium aluminates are added. So this is the formula how to calculate the required amount of lime and soda. So since 100 part of calcium carbonate is equivalent to 74 parts of lime and 106 parts of sodium carbonate, hence lime and soda is required for the hardness. Is for lime required, we have to calculate it according to this formula: 74 by 100 multiplied by temporary calcium plus 2 iron plus 2 times of temporary hardness causing magnesium plus 2 iron plus permanent hardness causing salts of magnesium plus 2, Fe plus 2, aluminum plus 3, whatever presents, plus if CO2 is present, H plus ion is present, bicarbonate is present, minus NaLO2. So why here we are taking 2 times of temporary magnesium plus 2 ion? Because as earlier we had discussed, suppose this magnesium bicarbonate is present in hard water and we reacting it with the lime. So 1 mole of magnesium bicarbonate react with 1 mole of lime and make MgCO3 soluble plus CaCO3 insoluble. So this is a new temporary hardness causing salts, which also we have to remove. To removing this, again we have to add 1 more additional mole of lime, and it will convert into corresponding magnesium hydroxide, calcium carbonate and 2s2. That's why here we are multiplying by 2. So soda required in this reaction 106 by 100 into permanent hardness causing salts of calcium, magnesium, aluminum, Fe plus 2, H plus minus, CO minus. Thanks. Hoping that all of you enjoyed and understood the concept. In the next video lecture, we will discuss some more important topics. Thank you.